Welcome to STSPN's coverage live here at Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium. The first game of the year, it's a doozy. The Dick Armstrong Cup, the Grizzlies, Glacier Peak against the Snohomish Panthers. We're going to start you off, and glad you're here. As you see on your screen, Tim Boyle, my good partner, Scott Oshman here at the STSPN crew, with defensive coordinator for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, Steve Hannon, and we're going to do our first edition, live edition here, game time edition of the Hannon's Huddle. I'm going to send it down to Tim Boyle. Tim, can you hear me? Tim, go. All right, Tim. There you go, Tim.
All right, welcome everybody. Tim Boyle, STSPN. We're here with our good friend Steve Hannon, coach of the defense. Steve, how you feeling today?
I'm a little nervous.
Okay. So tell us, what do you expect to see out of Snow? You know, first game of the year. We don't exactly know what we're going to see. What are you expecting to see out of Snohomish?
Yeah, well, that's what makes football so much fun. You had drastic turnover from Snohomish High School, from last year's team to this year's team. We have turnover just like we do every year. You hope you prepared the kids well. We don't know very much about them and what they're going to do. We think we have some ideas and we prepared for that, but we have to be able to adjust on the fly.
Okay, so how about your defensive line this year? You lost a couple people, but how are you looking this year? Who are you expecting to stand out this year?
Well, we really think that's the strength of our team. We got Mo Fafita in the middle. He might be the best defensive player in the entire league. So there's a comfort blanket there, having Mo in the middle. His younger brother's going to start at tackle. We think that's a really good fit. And then Cuneo playing defensive end for us gives us a little bit more size than what we've had that defensive end position. And then the two outside linebackers might be the best football players that we have. So we like what we have up front.
Excellent. Okay, how about your secondary? You know, we got obviously everybody's expecting some big things of Guffey. What about the other guys?
Well, he's the only guy coming back. So the other guys are going to have to prove themselves. We think they're good players. We think they know what to do. We've taught them the correct techniques, we hope. And now we're just going to have to wait and watch, like all of us, and see what happens.
Okay, last question. Are we expecting, last year they were doing a little bit of the spread. They kind of, you know, Snohomish has been running, you know, kind of smash mouth football for 40 years. What are you expecting tonight?
I think they'll probably go back to that a little bit. I'm expecting to see more spread than two running back offensive sets, but I think we're going to see some two back stuff too.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Tim.
Oh, the start of many. Again, gorgeous, sunny Friday night here in downtown Snohomish. Got lots of great stuff coming up for the pregame. Next, here's some interviews done earlier in the week. We got other stuff. I guess we're going to do some Snohomish stuff. Stay with us. Lots to go here. Tip off at 7 o'clock on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Well, if you're not familiar with the Dick Armstrong Cup that started, this is the 3rd edition. Here's a little something to get you in the mood and a little history, and our good friend Tim Boyle will get you educated later, but enjoy. Us. Turn Tim on, please.
Testing 1.
Okay, that gets you in the mood a little bit. Scott Oshman along with the expert analyst Tim Boyle, TV Boyle. The gang is back again, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing great because this is my favorite game of the year. I've really come to love this game. The crowd is just electric, standing room only. So I'm doing great.
Well, it's good to have you. I'm just glad for just happy to get the invite, right?
Absolutely.
We got Todd Elvig, the 5-tool player, executive producer, man does everything. Eagle Eye Cuneo, John, the stat man, McLean, and also Leslie McLean, and also we got Shannon Cuneo. We got everybody back, man.
Did you talk about what about the wedge?
Oh, my gosh. Ron Henthorn will be doing sideline reporting. The wedge, he can get in an interview like nobody else I have ever met.
He's interviewing the ref right now. What are you talking about?
He's probably at the concession stand. He wants to know if they're stocked up tonight. But, again, this is the 3rd time that this game has taken place. Glacier Peak being victorious, but last year it was tight, Tim Boyle.
Well, it actually was real tight, unexpectedly. You know, Glacier Peak ended up winning that game, as we all know, but they shouldn't have won. Snohomish should have won that game. It took like a high snap or something at the end of the game for Snohomish was actually driving to win the game. So
31-29.
Yeah, 31-29.
Kai Smalley, his first year last year at Snohomish. A lot's been talked about his great friendship with Roy Rosenbaugh, now coming into his 7th year. But this is always, the first game's so fun because you just don't know. A lot of new kids, and we really don't know much about the Snohomish Panthers this year.
We don't. In fact, you know, talking to Coach Hannon, he's the same way, you know, because they don't have film for the first game. Nobody has, and Snohomish doesn't have film on Glacier Peak. So it's kind of a guessing game. They can kind of like just kind of hope they know what they're going to do, but you really don't.
And to meet, we'll get back with more pregame here. Scott and Tim, the gang's all here. But first, we're going to roll up some players to get to know who is the 2014 Snohomish Panthers.
Bryce Lipke, I'm a running back and linebacker, and I'm a junior. Jonas Skalski, middle linebacker, senior.
Derek DeVries, middle linebacker, junior.
Peyton Plucker, cornerback, junior.
Taylor DeVries, receiver, sophomore. Saxon Duggar, safety, sophomore.
Bailey Hoffenshire, defensive end, sophomore.
Blake Anderson, linebacker, sophomore. Jonathan Johnson, weak safety.
Okay, my name is Brandon Jodock. I'm quarterback and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Josh Johnston. I play outside receiver and weak safety, and I will be a sophomore this year.
I'm Gavin Bullock. I play wide receiver. I'm a junior this year.
I'm Jess Harris. I'm a sophomore and I play slot receiver.
Jackson Stainer, I'm a left guard and I'm a sophomore. Ty Roth, corner, sophomore.
Kevin Lopez, corner, sophomore.
Hayden DeYoung, corner, sophomore.
I'm Jake Norman. I play wide receiver, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Jaron Voss, nose guard, and a sophomore.
Brad Raymond, wide receiver, sophomore.
William Sanders, center, sophomore.
My name is Riley Esponte. I am a junior, and I'm a wide receiver.
Cody McDaniel, quarterback. I'm a junior.
I'm Brennan Judy. I'm a kicker, and I'm a junior.
I'm Garrett Henry. I play right guard, and I'm a sophomore.
Okay, I'm Tristan Palma. I'm wide receiver, number 25.
My name's Wyatt Gardner, center, and I'm junior.
I'm Connor Hintz. I'm a sophomore, and I play center.
My name is Jacob Regis. I'm a sophomore, and I play right guard.
Mel Miller. My name is Mel Miller. I'm a receiver, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is AJ Gotti. I'm a wide receiver, and I'm a junior.
Nate McIver, strong safety, junior.
My name is Deacon Tebow, and I'm a sophomore, and I'm a running back.
I'm DJ Lawrence. I'm a sophomore, and I'm right tackle.
I'm Keegan Stitch, running back, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Ray Stefano. I'm a linebacker, and I'm also a sophomore.
Boomer Vori, corner, slot receiver, senior.
Ben Amoski, I'm a punter and a middle linebacker, and I'm a senior.
I'm Nathan Jacobson, my left tackle and DN, and I'm senior.
Marcos Garcia, defensive tackle, senior.
Hey, I'm Joel Williamson. I'm a wide receiver and a kicker, and I'm a junior.
Back live here, Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium. It is opening night, prep sports, nothing like it. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle. Let's go down, see if we can get the wedge. Ron Henthor down on the field. Hey, Ronnie.
Hey, how you guys up in the booth tonight? Great night for a cat fight and a bear fight here. We're getting ready for the coin toss out here on the field, so if I can get a little closer out here, we'll see if I can pick up what's going on.
Ron's going to break down the coin toss for us.
He will. We're stretching the technology here.
Hang on a minute. See if I can get some here.
Vegas odds has 2-1 Glacier Peak gets the coin toss.
Wait, do you got a quarter on you?
No, but can I borrow one?
Should we do should we do a toss up in the booth?
We're going to ask for captains. You guys are going to come up.
Oh, there we got some audio.
Explain it to you. If you guys don't understand, make sure you ask me to re-explain it, and then we'll go with what you guys want to do. Okay? Questions? Okay. On the scoreboard, the visitors, Glacier Peak is home, Snohomish visitors, and we'll call it. Who's going to call it? What are you going to call?
Heads.
Heads he's going to call. Okay. I'm going to draw it, but it calls. Heads to do it. Okay. Kick, receive, defend the goal.
Second now.
Receive.
You guys are away. It's going to be over here.
All right, there you have the coin toss.
What was that, Ron?
Yeah,
who won
you
it?
Pick that up from the referee.
We could get some of it. We didn't.
Snohomish is going to receive.
Did they win the toss?
So back to you up in the booth, guys. Hope we have a great game here tonight. Thanks.
The wedge, Ron Henthorn down there. He'll give us the story. Nobody does that, by the way. STSPN right there on the field in the middle, Ron.
Nobody's got the guts to go get the coin toss.
Snohomish is going to receive again. Prep football around. We're excited this year. The 2014 partners with the Everett Herald. Go to heraldnet.com. You can see live games. The Jackson Edmonds Woodway game start at 5 o'clock. Tim Boyle, oh my goodness. Edmonds Woodway up 35-7 going into the third. You got to be kidding me. Over Jackson, excuse me.
And you know why that's a problem?
Why?
Because we play Edmonds Woodway this year.
Yes, we'll talk about that.
I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, but that's why that's a problem.
No, the big. Tell us about that. That's a good time to talk about the big changes in the league and the seedings, and Edmonds Woodway with 4A now and 3A.
Yeah, and I think it's a little bit of a problem because Edmonds Woodway is usually really tough, and hey, we're only 3 or 4 years away from when they were in the state championship, so. That's going to definitely make the division a little bit harder to win. October
24th, that's at Edmonds Woodway. And again, our good sister station, our streaming partners, SLSN. You can listen to Steve Willits and everybody over on SLSN. So big-time live web streaming on STSPN and SLSN. But tonight, it's Glacier Peak and Snohomish, the Dick Armstrong Cup. For those of us that don't know about Dick Armstrong, tell us a little bit about the history of Snohomish football and Dick Armstrong.
Oh, well, geez, where do you start? Well, one, there's a nice big statue of him as you're walking into the stadium, right? That's actually, for those of you that don't know, that's Dick Armstrong. He was the coach here for, I don't know how many years, 20, 30 years. And when he retired, he was the winningest coach in the state of Washington football history. But he has 2 state championships, 76 and 78. He had a string where he won 13 straight league championships. So,
wow.
And a lot of these, I don't know what the number is today, but I think last year there was 17 coaches involved in this game that were actually played under him in some sort of capacity. And I know Rowe played for him, and so he's got branches that spread all over the place.
It's a coaching tree like Walsh and the pros, and
exactly
all those guys. I mean, it just keeps on going. What a legacy! And that why I remember when we started, the news came out to have this game, what we were going to call it. And it's really cool that Dick Armstrong got
It's really
won.
cool that stuck around,
yes.
And some notable alums. Are, you got Rick Fenney. You got Keith Gilbertson, trying to
Gilby.
think of Tom Cable, Kurt Marsh.
Tom Cable, it's huge.
And just some big names. They were kind of like what Bellevue is now. I mean, they were the powerhouse, and so a lot of history here.
As they start to introduce the lineups here, we're getting ready, about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Again, just joining us, Snohomish is going to receive first of all, so we will start with that. Some other notables is the quarterback, and we're going to talk about that right after this. You're watching Glacier Peak Football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network.
Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Make sure you check out the Facebook page, STSPN. Also, you can check myself and Mr. Boyle on Twitter. Scott, it's OHSMAN. Scott, SCOTT, OHSMAN. And Tim is T Boyle, BOYLE 15. That's your Twitter handle. But
we already got Michelle Becerra chiming in. I think I saw Marcus or
Chris. You saw Chris Becerra,
yeah, on the sidelines, yeah.
Yeah, the alumni, in fact, a special treat, a phenomenal, probably if they had a Hall of Fame of Glacier Peak in its short history, one of the Hall of Famers, we're going to call him, one of our good friends who came back tonight. We're going to have him at halftime. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Maybe you want to guess. Maybe you want to make some guesses out there on Facebook or Twitter, but we're glad you're here. Let's talk a little bit about the big stories here for Glacier Peak. Again, the second year in a row, sometimes third or fourth. Who's going to be the quarterback?
Well, and the people at home don't know this right now, so you're going to hear it here before everybody else does. But I guess it was a big battle, and the coaches haven't let anybody know. But here at STSPN, we're going to be the first ones to tell you. I'll let you tell them, Scott.
No, come on, Tim. You get the honors.
Well, it's our guy Broadway Brady. He got the nod, so he's going to be starting tonight.
Yeah, if you're a longtime STSPN basketball watcher, you might notice old Brady, 6'4", and you said you just saw him down the field. He's all of 6'4".
Oh, yeah, they're not exaggerating that. That's not one of those college basketball things where they're exaggerating by 3 inches. He might even be 6'5", but Broadway Brady gets the start tonight.
Big news. Again, the transfer in, Devin Rainbow from Bothell. Again, a junior 6'1", 165 comes in, and boy, he gave a heck of a run for the starting job. As you see the Snohomish Panthers under second-year coach Kai Smalley come out to the field, and they get a roaring applause, and it's a good crowd tonight, Tim.
Standing room only, and they're still filtering in. If you look out by the parking lot's been full since like 5:30 here. And you look out there, and there's still people filtering in. They're not going to be able to find a seat. But I remember, was it last year or the year before, there was several thousand people just in the overfill section. So And it's a beautiful night for football, too.
It's absolutely perfect. We'll be back with more right after this. Don't go away. Big-time prep football coming up on STSPN.
Buying a new home in the beautiful Snohomish area? I got great news. Look no further than Gilpin Realty. You want to make sure you talk to Leela and Ray Cook. They understand. There's somebody you can trust if you're looking for new construction. They know the community. They know the schools. Why? Because they're lifelong Snohomish residents and they have 32 years of real estate experience. So if you're buying, if you're selling, if you're looking for a house for your family, there's nowhere else to go than Leela and Ray Cook. Give them a call or check out all their properties right now at gilpinrealty.com.
Now you see Glacier Peak come out, Tim, and this is a great visual right here. You see kind of the depth and the amount of kids.
Glacier Peak's got like 105 on their roster, I think, as opposed to like 60-something for Snohomish. And if you just look, hey, Glacier Peak's got 2 full rows of people. I mean, that's going to be a problem for Snohomish tonight, I think. You know, it remains to be seen. It's the first game of the year. But speaking of that, what do you know about the quarterback position?
Kobe McDaniel is getting the start. He's a junior, and they're very high on Kobe, 6'2", 175. Been to a lot of pretty prominent QB camps this summer. They're looking for big things for him. You might have saw early in the week or posted on the STSPN Facebook page. Todd Elvig did a nice interview with Kobe and Boomer number 29. You're going to see him all night long as we're going to pause for a national anthem.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
I tell you what, Tim Boyle, if you're not excited about Friday night football,
something's wrong with you.
Something is wrong. A gorgeous sunny day here, a Friday night in downtown Snohomish. Oh, man, just happy to be here again. We're glad you're with us. Check out on Facebook, STSPN. Also, Scott, OHSMAN on Twitter. And also, TBoyle15 is also Tim's Twitter handle. Got a new nickname here. A lot of talk this week locally about number 12, Spencer Pettit.
Yeah, and, you know, last year we nicknamed him the Weapon. But the other one we want to throw out at you is Legatron. So
I like it.
We got people in the booth laughing anyway. But we want to hear what you think. Do you like the Weapon or do you like Legatron?
Well, we talked to
hit us on the Facebook page.
Absolutely, and we talked to his mom, Kim Pettit. Now the president of the Booster Club there, Mr. Boyle, but I didn't tell her.
You're name dropping on us.
I wanted to, I wanted her to hear it and just see how it sat, how it felt.
Are they listening to us right now?
They could be, the Pettits do. They have a long reach, though, the Pettits.
They do.
And we're happy. He's getting the start at cornerback tonight, and I'm not happy about it. I don't want Legatron to get hurt.
I know, but I think I was talking to Hannon, he asked for that. He wanted to get out and play. He wants to do more than just kick the ball.
Yeah, I know. He's actually a very good athlete. He can throw the ball. He's a tremendous kid, honor student.
And there he is, right coming on the front of your screen there.
There he is.
And speaking of that, there was a great article. He's ranked 8th in the country as a kicker right now. So our very own Spencer Pettit, ranked number 8.
Speaking of Spencer Legatron or the Weapon Pettit, let's talk about Tim Boyle's prediction for tonight's game on Glacier Peak, Snohomish, the Dick Armstrong Cup.
I have to apologize in advance because I think I'm going to make some people mad on this one that are Snohomish fans. Scott, I don't think it's going to be as close as everybody thinks, and it's because of depth. I think it's going to be close early, but I actually think Glacier Peak's going to run away with it. My prediction's 42-13.
Wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. You know me. The only spread I like is 3 points, and I'm going 24-21 GP tonight on a Legatron field goal from 40+.
What's funny about that, Scott, is I think that's your prediction the first game of last year, and you got it right on the number last year.
You cannot go away with what works for you, but now I'm completely jinxed.
So, and you know what? It's hard to say first game of the season. And the other thing, these coaches are friends. I don't know that Rowe would rack up 42 points on him anyway, so I could be way off on this one. But I got to stick with it because you told me I couldn't change my mind. For the record, I wanted to change my mind.
Oh, goodness. All right, we're getting ready for kickoff again. Excited to have the Everett Herald as a partner. You can see we're shooting. We got 4 games going on between Snohomish Sports Network and also SLSN, the Sound Live Sports Network. And we'll see. We'll get numbers. You got to be patient with us out here. Again, the rosters are always tough the first week. And to kick it off is Spencer Pettit, and we'll try and see who's back to receive. And the good thing about Pettit,
they were playing him real short.
That's number 27, gets to the 10. He's hit mean right there at the 15. He's down. That's Keegan Stitch, and we know the Stitch name for sure. His older brother putting some damage last year, and that's the freshman, Keegan.
One of just, a couple freshmen out there tonight, right?
I think you'll see a couple freshmen on the Panther side. I don't believe we have any freshmen suiting up on Glacier Peak, but here we go, the first series. The Panthers going to start it off.
Oh, false start. They tried to run some trickery.
Starting from their 18. Again, first time starting quarterback, Kobe McDaniel. You got 29, Boomer Vori in the back. And we talked about what kind of offense is Kai Smalley going to run. Sun right in their eyes, Tim.
Yep, it's not the spread right now.
He hands it off to big number 21.
Well, the good news is he gets his 5 yards back, so it'll probably be about 2nd and 10.
I think that's Brownie Connor. It is. The senior, 6'1", 215 pounds, leaves him, though no gain, 2nd and 10 from the 18. McDaniel hands it again to Brownie. He gets wrapped up. Guppy, ball's on the ground. Glacier Peak recovers at the Snohomish 30.
Is that Guffey that came up with that? I can't.
He popped it out. Looks like Darling and also
number 5.
Number 5.
Who is number 5 this year?
That is. We'll tell you in just a minute.
Bear with us, folks. We don't have. They didn't give us a roster.
Number 5, Wolhoff, Devin Wolhoff.
Devin Wolhoff. Okay. Well, they kind of ran the same play back to back, and they stripped the ball from him and shot out in front, and Glacier Peak picked it up. So they got first and 10 on the 30. Great field position.
And here comes senior number 7, Broadway, Brady Southard. In the backfield for him is number 34, We'll talk about the injuries plaguing the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, but that's Ian Black, who had some great time, the junior last year.
Yeah, you got Guffey right out here on the outside, the near side here.
McCoy now kind of on a wing back.
Oh, that's going to be an off.
A delay of game, maybe?
It looks like it. Oh, no, you know what? They called a timeout. I think they called a timeout right before the delay of game hit. Because the back judge actually threw his flag. So. And
if you see, I know we're right now on the Panthers down there, but if you look at the Glacier Peak huddle right now, that's a big change this year. Rory Rosenbaugh leaving the reins of offensive coordinator to Mr. Bender.
It is a big change because I think Roy really enjoyed calling the plays and being the riverboat gambler. And now he's the special teams coach.
But Rory, he looks like he's out there as well talking to the kids. Bender, we'll see. I think he might be up in the booth, actually. But he's been coaching with Rory for many, many years here. He is the offense. He does a lot. He is the new offensive coordinator, though. So we'll try it again. 1st and 15 is what they have on the board. I think that's incorrect. It's 1st and 10. There we go, on the 30.
10, yep.
Wonder how much that sun is affecting. Again, Snohomish practices here, so it shouldn't be as big of an issue for them.
It's not going to be in about 10 minutes or so.
McCoy, number 8 there. They hand it off to Black. Black right up the middle. He'll take 2.
Yeah, good job on the D-line there. They saw that all the way.
And that's one of the stories for the Panthers, Tim, is this big offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because some of the guys look really small and some of them look really big. They got one guy there looks like he's about 5'4" on the defensive line.
Brady, first pass of the year, tries to go to McCoy over the outstretched arms, incomplete. Will leave him 3rd and 8.
And he had McCoy open there, just, little first quarter jitters.
Andrew McCoy, the junior, 6'2", 205. Last year came in, tried to vie for the starting quarterback job. Then they, second or third game, they got him an outside linebacker, and they started saying, hey, enough with the quarterbacking. You're going to be a defensive player. This year he's getting on offense. 3rd and 8, rolling left. Brady goes over, tries to get it to number 5, Wolhoff. Incomplete.
He threw it behind him, so Brady's got to brush off the jitters here because he missed a couple open receivers here. 4th and 8, so is Legatron coming out?
The 28, I see the Legatron, the weapon, is coming out.
It's a 45-yarder, folks. This is no chip shot for high school football.
No.
You people back at home, if you've been watching the NFL too much, it's kind of routine for them, but not in high school. This is a long field goal.
Davis Van Ness, the hold. It's up from the right hash.
Got it, I think.
It is
good. A 45-yarder from Legatron. Or the weapon.
I told you.
I'm not trying to sway anybody.
So Glacier Peak didn't look very pretty on their opening drive, as well Snohomish. The turnover comes back and bite him, and with 10:44 in the first, it's Glacier Peak 3 and Snohomish 0. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Oh, the first game, always interesting. It's almost like just seeing what's going to happen. It's a mystery out there.
Oh, yeah. Tightwad Hill's starting to fill up there. There's nowhere else for these people to go. All right, here we go.
Pettit off to kick again. Right in the sun.
They're playing him really short for some reason.
This one hits the end zone, and that will not be returned because it cannot be returned.
Not in high school football. So he gets that, but for some reason, I don't know if you noticed, but they're playing him like they're afraid he's gonna pooch it or do onside kick or something.
Yeah, Pettit, remember early in the year last year, he would boom them and there was no return. And all of a sudden, he started shortening up. We were giving him a hard time if he'd outworked his leg. This, again, over to Brownie. Brown goes over. He'll gain 2 on the right side, Tim.
The other thing that happens is it gets colder at night, so the ball doesn't travel as far as you get deeper into the season.
Great point.
They're trying to suck them up because they're going to throw it in a minute.
Now you're seeing a little bit more of a spread here.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Oh.
McDaniel's going to go down, and he does. The first sack for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies. It's number 45, and I think that's Malachi Mofida.
Question me not, Malachi.
He's a sophomore. Yeah, I know. We were talking about that. I don't know. You said this early in our pregame meetings.
They chime in. Let us know what movie that's from. Back in the 80s, I think.
3rd and 15 now for McDaniel. Empty set. Looks. He finally gets rid of it. It's delivered and caught at the 20 to the 25. He'll get almost to the 30.
I think he's close to a first down. You know, the defensive linebacker almost got to him. So that was actually a good play by the quarterback because he was just about to get sacked.
Riley Responte, the junior, with a good pickup. Short of the first down, yes, just a few yards.
4th and 3.
Too deep, though, to go for it.
Kind of gave him a bad spot, I thought.
Only down 3-0. Yeah, and look at this punter.
Look at the sun's right in his eyes.
Does a nice job catching it and getting it off.
That's
fair catch is called by Darling.
The Brunswick.
So the Brunswick is not going to be carrying the ball from the backfield, more of a split wide out, more receiver.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad.
1st and 10 now, right at the mid-stripe. They hand it off.
It's going to be a flag. I think that's going to be an illegal motion or false start there. It's going to go against the, well, they're saying off. They jumped off sides. Wow. They like that.
1st and 5. The handoff was to number 13, Brendan Jensen. Another senior.
Doesn't count, though.
No. Hopefully he wants it again, though. He's saying, same play. It worked. We're great. We got 5 yards. Beautiful Snohomish veterans pull right in my way. Brady back to pass, going deep down the near sideline. He's got Guppy. Incomplete.
And that was actually a nice pass from Brady. Unlike the first 2 he threw, just kind of Guffey went over the wrong shoulder there.
Good coverage by 29, Boomer Vori, again the senior. In the preseason interviews, a lot of talked about his running and catching, but he's one of the top defenders on the Panther squad, and they look forward to his impact from the defensive side. Leaves 2nd and 5 now from the Snohomish 44. In motion, Dexter Carter. Carter gets it on the right side, finds a seam to the 40, to the 30, and he'll go down there. A nice open field tackle, but introducing Dexter Carter, number 1.
And they're kind of using him like a Percy Harvin, kind of, what did we say? What'd you just say? 4.3940 for Dexter Carter. That is lightning fast for a high school kid.
1st and 10 on the Panther 31. Now rolling left to the far side. He's got trouble, and Brady, thinks about tossing it, but he's going to go down. A huge sack for number 61 on Snohomish, Nathan Jacobson.
That's going to be like a 14-yard loss. Now, heads up, good thing Brady didn't. He was really thinking about getting rid of that, like pitching it off to somebody, and it was a good thing he just held on to it.
Now, let me tell you.
Now, look where they spot the ball.
They do that every year.
I know. Remember, we always talk about that.
4th year we're going to go nuts over this. It should have been
about 10 yards back from there where he got hit.
2nd and 18, again now at the 38. Talk about the big boys up front, number 76. Jonah Vaughn. Brady under center, now hands it off to Jensen. He piles forward for a few. He'll get maybe a couple, 2 or 3.
That brings up, what, 3rd and 15 or 16?
About 3rd and 13.
3rd and 15 is what they're saying. They're going to have to, right now, I don't know if they're in field goal range right here.
Jensen in the backfield, Guffey on the near side. Brady back to pass. He's got pressure, and he's going to go down one more time as the white helmets swarm Broadway Brady.
Well, now we're looking, just food for thought here. You're looking at about a 57-yard field goal here.
I love it. Wind up the Legatron.
Hey, why not? Let's see what I think they're going to punt.
Well,
there's Spencer's going out there.
Well, Spencer is the punter as well.
Okay, then either way he's going out there.
Which is great for Glacier Peak to disguise. You just never know what he's going to do.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a punt. See, if they could have got like 4 or 5 yards on that, it would have made it interesting.
Great series for Snohomish there. Jonah Vaughn, 76, 6'6", 260 pounds. Alex Fairhurst, he's 6'5", big guy, is the punt. Nice punt by Spencer. Looks like it's going to be downed at the 18, 19-yard line. So Snohomish down 3-0 with 6:57 left to go here in the first quarter. Tim, any observations? Again, typical first game, right? Ugly.
Yeah, I think the observation is Glacier Peak, from their standpoint, they really can't get anything going. They got the field goal, obviously, but that was just because of their field position. They're struggling.
McDaniel now hands it. Now a little trickery back to Boomer on the right side. Played great there by Jensen. And then Darling there to clean it up. Good play.
Number 13's the one that who's 13?
Jensen.
Yeah. He actually saved about 20 yards on that play.
Brendan Jensen, he's going to play both ways. Running back, again, we'll talk about Colton Bunt, who was supposed to be the starting running back, and everyone was excited in Grizzlyville.
I was very excited.
Me too.
Colton Bunt broke his back this summer playing baseball.
Don't know what's going on in the refs now. It's 2nd down and 4 on the Panther 26-yard line. Handoff now to Big Brown, and he busts up a first down for the Panthers. Again, tackled by Jensen. But a good-looking, boy, it was they spread the middle of the field right there, Tim.
Yeah, and he's a bruiser of a running back, and that kind of looks like traditional Snohomish football play right there.
Connor Brown.
Now they're kind of in a spread offense. So they're mixing up their offense quite a bit.
McDaniel back to pass. Goes up top to nobody. Overthrown. Lucky that one didn't get picked off. Was intended for Peyton Plucker.
Yeah, I think he got tied up in the with the secondary and couldn't quite get through. Not the way that was planned.
Again, if we're going by a roster that was given to us here at the stadium, so if we're wrong on some numbers, we apologize. Brings up 2nd and 10 from their own 33. Fakes it to Brown. Now goes over. Again, complete, but nicely played as he dives forward. Number 24, Josh Johnston. He'll gain a couple, but good defense on the outside by Glacier Peak.
Who was that? 34 is Ian Black, yeah. Good tackle there.
Again, Hannon talking in Hannon's huddle with you that he is very, very excited about his linebacking crew. 3rd and 8 now on the 34. McDaniel back to pass. He about gets crushed, lets it go, and it's incomplete. He lucky to get away with that one. Spencer Pettit, the closest to it.
And McCoy came in and just leveled the quarterback, so threw his rhythm off a little bit.
Trying to go to either Johnson or Plucker, but yeah, he had to throw it a lot sooner than he wanted to.
So who do we got back here returning this one?
We should have
It's either Guffey or
20. That is Guffey, 21, the hitman.
Is that Guffey? Okay.
And we'll see if we can get a name.
I'd like to see
it
get in his hands. And
they ran into the punter, Tim. That the flag has been thrown. It was 4th and 8.
That's coming back, ladies and gentlemen.
They down it at the 26, but we do think it is coming back.
Question is what?
Ben Demachowski, a senior.
Are they going to have to kick it over, or are they going to give? Not sure if that's a 15-yard variety there. They may only have one in high school.
.551 here, first quarter, opening night on Snohomish Times Sports Network. Scott Oshman along with Tim Boyle. Glad you're with us. Check us out again. Talk to us on the Facebook page, STSPN. And what are they going to do?
They're going to mark. He's going to mark it off right here. There's 5 yards. It's only a 5-yard variety, so they're going to have to punt it again. Good break there for Glacier Peak.
Demachowski gonna get another try. 5'11", 205. Not sure what the net was on that last punt, but he'll get another try.
It wasn't a very good punt, so it could end up being good for either team.
Darling joins Guffey to receive it. Punts out. This one looks a little bit better. There's a fair catch right at the 30 by Matthew Darling.
So, yep, 1st and 10 at the 30, they're going to get it.
Only a field goal in first quarter action here, Snohomish Glacier Peak. 3-0 Glacier Peak on a 45-yard field goal by Spencer the Legatron Pettit. How'd that sound?
I don't think it's the Legatron.
Oh.
It's Legatron.
Oh, now.
If it was the weapon, it's the weapon.
Oh, my goodness.
But if it's Legatron, it's just Legatron.
He just made this up an hour ago. He's already calling legal for trademark violations.
That's what we do here.
1st and 10. Brady gets it off to Ian Black. And Ian is tackled forward by big number 77. That's Alex Fairhurst, 6'5", 250, Tim.
That's a big boy. He's one of their top players too. We'll be seeing him a lot tonight. Now Broadway Brady, he needs to complete a pass here. He's still looking for that first completion.
Giving him 4 there. They fake the handoff. Here goes Brady Southard on the outside.
First down.
Crosses the 50 into Panther territory, and big 6'4". Boy, he looks like slow motion, and I don't know what's happening. The carpet just moves underneath his feet.
It's a lot like that last year, too. He kind of had that same – he wasn't nearly as fast as Corwin, but for some reason he gets the job done, and that was a good pickup there.
He ran 30 times for 87 yards. He scored 2 touchdowns last year when he shared the duties.
It's not easy to tackle at 6'4", 220.
1st and 10. He keeps it again, thinks about pitching now. He's going to keep it.
Well, he's still got 7 yards.
Good job. The little option QB doesn't look like an option QB.
That's kind of like a read option right there.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
The triple option, the wing tee.
Broadway. I think Broadway Brady's going to come out of halftime with a fur coat.
He could. He needs a good brim. 2nd and 4. Now on the Panther 43. Brady going to the air, going deep down the side. He wants Guffey. It's a fair ball, and it's intercepted by Boomer. It was a jump ball at the 10, and Boomer 29 comes down with it. The hitman, Guffey, loses it in the air. Big pickoff.
You know what? We needed the call like the Green Bay Packer call a couple years ago with the Golden Tate, because that was like the exact same type of play. On that one, Brady hung that up a little bit too high. He would have had Guffey if he would have thrown it a little, not so much trajectory.
Trajectory. Well, they now have 2 one each turnovers. A big turnover right there gives Snohomish the ball deep in their zone. McDaniel.
Not much doing there, about a yard.
Brown with the ball. Again, let's talk about, you see number 51, Mosese Fafita. Again, heralded senior coming in. You got 70 on the right side, Bert Cuneo.
Yep, and all those guys are going to come up big, I think. And Mosese, I'd look for him to be all league.
Shotgun, give it to Brown. Cuneo gets a hand on him, can't get him down. Now he falls forward. 2 Grizzlies finally get him down, and he's just short of the first, though.
And he broke about 3 or 4 tackles on that. He's going to be about a yard short.
Bert Cuneo, a great story. Obviously, Eagle Eye Cuneo. We're a little biased up here in the booth as we are for all the kids. Really his second year playing football. They get it to Brown. He's tackled in the backfield by Ian Black.
And Justin Guffey in there. That's going to be 4th and about 4 now. I think he lost 2 or 3 yards on that, so they're going to have to punt from deep.
What a play by the Grizzlies. They loaded the box.
They knew it was coming.
Broadcast tonight brought to you by Gilpin Realty. Want to thank them. Again, Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, and the STSPN gang. We're all back. We're glad to be here. We're excited. Friday night football.
Guffey's the lone person to receive here. Ooh, they almost blocked that.
Machowski, Guffey takes it on the run. Can't quite elude the tackler, and he'll get it, though, in great field position right at the 32.
Well, gutsy play by the hitman there. He was a lot of people would have done a fair catch on that, but he actually got Glacier Peak about 10 yards on that.
He was leaning forward as he caught the ball.
He was. He wanted it.
So not a lot of offense. Your prediction here.
It's still early. Come on,
it is
now.
Very early. Just kidding. 2:29 left in the first quarter.
No, I think I might be way off now.
No, come on. You can't back it.
I'm changing it.
Come on. Last time Brady went for it. And here's Rainbow in at quarterback. Hands off to number 13, Jensen. So.
Wow, I didn't even catch that. Devin Rainbow.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Exactly. The junior out of Bothell. The junior transfer. Maybe they're going to do dueling quarterbacks here.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Now at the 28-yard line. Gets it off to Jensen one more time, and he's hit high, and he kind of propels down, but he crosses the 20 into the 19. It's the red zone for Glacier Peak.
And a first down.
Brendan Jensen, 5'9", 175 senior. First time really getting a lot of touches at running back.
I think if I'm not mistaken, he's next door neighbors with Brady.
There's a timeout on the field, official timeout. Now we're getting going again.
Here we go.
1:51 left in the first quarter here. 1st and 10 inside the red zone on the 19. Devin Rainbow, his first start at Glacier Peak, hands it again up the middle to Jensen. He falls forward right to the 15.
Jensen's getting a lot of snaps here. A lot of looks.
One of the concerns, again, for Glacier Peak is that offensive line doing a nice job. 56, Stokely. Logan Pylon, 52. Jensen again now tries to cut the corner, but nothing's doing as the Panthers stop him. They're going to bring up a 3rd and 4 or 5 maybe.
I'm waiting to see Devin get his first, let him air it out a little bit here. Brady struggled a little bit with the pass. I don't think he had a completion yet.
I don't believe so. Rainbow now, you get your wish. Goes out, throws it, it's complete. And that's Darling, and it's a touchdown.
Oh, they mark him short.
Down at the 1, Matthew Darling with the first completion.
He was so close. He got stopped right on the goal line. That should have been a touchdown.
The 6', 165 senior, Rainbow, Devin Rainbow, first start here, the transfer. From Bothell coming in under center. Jensen in the backfield. Darling in the slot. Also, now we see a timeout.
Calling timeout.
Or is this official again? Again, first night for the guys in the stripes as well.
Looks like it might have been Snohomish taking a timeout.
It is Snohomish. 3-0 Glacier Peak, 47 seconds left, but they are threatening right on the doorstep. Don't go away.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Are you looking for help selling or buying a new home in the beautiful Snohomish area? I got great news. Look no further than Gilpin Realty. You want to make sure you talk to Leela and Ray Cook.
First and goal from the 1. Brady Southern got the start. The senior now. It's junior number 18, Devin Rainbow, under center. Jensen the backfield. He fakes it. Rainbow takes it in. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
Nice little play by Rain. So Rainbow's looking pretty good right now. Do we have a quarterback controversy?
We might. We thought we had one coming into this first week. I mean, it was touch and go there. Rumor mill was
Oh, yeah.
full.
It was going back, and depending on who you asked.
So Glacier Peak with the big play being the pass play to Matthew Darling. Here comes number 12, Pettit, for the extra point. Hold is down. It looks good. It's up right through the uprights.
And deep.
So Glacier Peak jumps on top, 10-0 here. Still 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Again, you can check out the games at heraldnet.com. We also have them on STSPN.com.
How you feeling about your prediction now?
I'm still feeling good. I'm going to back it all the way in until it's no more.
It, huh? I'm liking mine a little bit more right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
One touchdown and you get cocky?
It's 10-0 in the first quarter. Come on.
Well, I think there's still some adjustments. I like, again, these big kids.
I mean, we're on pace for it to be 40-0 right now.
That's true. That's true. We better start writing. We need to write more filler.
Oh, he thinks I'm going to jinx it.
Eagle Eye.
That was more for comic relief, though.
You guys, these don't even go off these stats.
Yeah, our statistician, John McLean, telling us that some rats got in the wires and mucked everything up. We don't know who's done what. We do know that it is 10-0 and Glacier Peak is kicking off.
That we know is true.
That we do know is fact. Back to receive for the Snohomish Panthers. If they get to receive, Pettit.
They're not giving Pettit. That's 5 yards deep, ladies and gentlemen.
Keegan Stitch again back there, 27 to receive.
Percy Harvin wouldn't have run that one back.
He might have if he got to it. Earl Thomas would.
Well, he needs to be calling for fair catches.
It's an educational night. Great night, Seahawks.
It was a great night last night. We had some of the crew over last night, minus you, Scott.
Yeah, I know. I was otherwise busy. Back to football, 1st and 10, 20. McDaniel throws it over, intercepted! And that's Spencer Pettit. Not only does he kick it, but he just got his first pickoff.
Legatron intercepted?
Number 12, Spencer Pettit with the pick.
He read that like a book, too.
Yes, he did.
He was all over that.
Jump!
Now they're already at 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line? They're knocking at the door already.
Well, McDaniel wants that one back. I think Snohomish should stick to the running game. They had some things going there with Brown and get Boomer the ball a little bit more. But they'll turn to defense now. See if they can hold them. Brady Southard back in at the helm for quarterback. Black behind him. Ian gets the rock. Punches forward, might have gotten a couple.
Good job on the Snohomish defensive line there. They're not being pushed around. You got number 77, is it Fair?
Yep, that's Fairhurst. Yep.
Fairhurst, he's a player.
He is. Jonah Vaughn, again, they are big, 6'5", 6'6", right up front. 2nd and 8, time running out on the first quarter.
Oh,
Wolhoff in motion.
I think he drew him off sides. That's going to give him another 5 yards.
That's the senior Jacobson, another 6'5", 270 kid.
That was actually a good play by Brady, kind of hard snap there. Brady's back in for the record.
I said that, yes.
Yeah.
I noticed.
Sorry.
No, it's only the one time I did notice. Usually I don't notice.
Well, you noticed Rainbow coming in.
I happened to catch. I got lucky. Even a blind bear finds honey once again.
2nd and 3. I think that quarter's going to run out here. Oh,
now he gets it off. Running to his right, to the near side. Looking, throwing it in. It's a popped up, almost in by. Saw the Guffies for the game. Another big punt. This one kind of a nice flat but very deep. It's at the 30. That's a good looking punt there.
That went about 10 yards over their heads. I think they were expecting a little bit of a shorter one there.
That's going to net somewhere in the 50-yard mark.
Yeah, it was actually a really good punt.
9:40 left to go in the second quarter. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, our expert football analyst, breaking it down. Boyle. 13-0, 9:40 left in the second quarter. Again,
Brady is in, by the way.
Brady been taking most of the snaps tonight just for one little series. Devin Rainbow got in there, and he scored a touchdown, the only touchdown by Glacier Peak tonight so far. Southard goes back. Now he's getting flushed out. Dumps it off, tries to get to Carter. No, it hit the ground.
I don't think. Oh, yeah, you're right. It looked almost like it came off of somebody's foot, but the refs are saying it hit the ground. But Brady dodged a bullet there because that was darn close to being picked off.
Good play there. Good hustle play for the defense for the Snohomish Panthers, number 36.
Well, we know Brady can throw the ball pretty well because we saw it a lot last year. So he's just got to shake off the jitters here and start getting some zip on that thing.
Zach Marshall thought he had
he was going to the house.
In the house, yeah. Handoff to Jensen. Nice little step up the middle.
Gets about 6 yards on that, I think.
Jimichowski looked like he was on the tackle there for the Panthers. 9:17 left. They'll leave 3rd down and 4 yards to go at their own 36-yard line. Under center, Brady fakes it. Now he's going to tuck it and roll. He switches hands. Nowhere to go.
Oh! But then he fell forward. Where are they going to mark? Oh, he's going to be just he fell forward about 3 yards, Scott, when they were trying to tackle him, and he just used his sheer strength.
Well, that was Garcia.
I think they're going to go for it. It's going to be 4th and about a half a yard.
He had number 6 Garcia, 5'8", trying to take 6'4" down. 13-0, 8:35 left to go. First down, first time, 4th and 1. They get it to Jensen, and Snohomish is there, but he pushes forward.
He's got it by about a half a yard.
Nice play. Jonah Vaughn tried to hold him back, but just over the marker.
Well, I got to give Brady credit on that drive. They had him for about 4 yards short of that first down marker, and he just somehow lunged forward.
Now you see 23 running out to the right slot. That's Cole McFadden. I know they have big hopes for Cole this year. Brady back to pass. There's a flag down, and Brady's just running into traffic, and they're going to walk him all the way back.
Oh, that should have been a little unnecessary roughness there.
Vaughn.
They had him he had his forward progress stopped way back, and they flung him down. They should have thrown a flag on that. Maybe they did. There's 2 flags on the field.
Well, Vaughn and Fairhurst.
See what they're. One of them, I think, is like a false start or illegal motion.
I think illegal motion there on the near side before the snap.
But I don't know if both of those flags are for that. Rose coming out to have a little chat with them.
Again, Rory, the Riverboat Gambler, not calling the plays.
Yeah, I think it is like a motion against Glacier Peak.
They're both on him.
Yeah, the Kai Smalley in the far side of the field and the coaching staff, they're asking for an explanation.
That's declined. No, I think there was 2 of them.
No, they sorted it out.
They declined it because they're going to take the sack or what?
Davis Van Ness, 54 there for Glacier Peak.
Then now they're moving the ball back up.
This is the high school rules of forward motion and where the spot the ball is just a mystery to Tim and I, and has been for the 4 years we've been doing
They
this.
don't seem to give them the big losses. They give them the benefit of the doubt. When they lose about 12 on a sack, they bring it back about 6 yards.
Shouldn't it be when the whistle blows? I mean, if they're driving a guy back and they blow the whistle.
Oh yeah, then in that case they flung Brady back about another 5 yards.
So get out the calculator. 2nd and 15 on their own 36. Brady now pitching it to Carter on the wide side. He's got a lane. Going. He crosses the 40 into Panther territory. They finally catch up with him at the 32. Good evening, Dexter Carter.
They use him like Percy Harvin.
Exciting young man, Griffin Thomas.
And he's got Percy speed, too.
Out there blocking. Also, Darling with a nice lead block to spring Carter free.
That was a big first down for the Grizzlies there. How
huge.
Many yards was that?
33-yard play. 7:45 left in the second quarter. Now some breathing room. They pitch it out to Darling. He's got some room. Finds a seam, crossed the 30. Now he's taking him all the way to the 25.
Brunswick is back.
And you know, he runs straight up, but he just doesn't fall down.
He doesn't.
Maybe he's a Weeblo.
Oh, we got laundry on the field, though. That's coming back.
I thought I saw that on the near side coming on that end.
That's a costly one. The only good news about that is it'll be first down all over again, but that's coming back at least 10 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about, again, officials. Listen, it's the toughest job out there, and it's hard to get them, but that game up in Mount Vernon I'll never forget. I mean, I think we had 40 minutes of the entire game, but the officials.
Well, that was the year they powwowed for like 5 minutes on every single play, too.
Oh, my gosh. Holding on Glacier Peak, the call.
That was costly. That's about a 18-yard penalty, really.
Spot the ball now.
Now it's 1st and 22.
Well, they got to slow him down.
43-yard line. Gonna have to get some extra yards. Brady Southard, the senior. Under center, he hands it to Jensen. Barely gets the ball, and he's met quickly by big Jonah Vaughn.
Boy, that wasn't a very good-looking play.
He was loose. I was saw in my binoculars. He barely got the ball to him.
It looked like he wanted to keep it and do something different with it.
You know, last year started Corbin Branson. He did a great job of hiding that ball and then pulling it out at the right time.
Well, yeah, Branson was so quick.
2nd down, 20 yards to go on the Panther 41. They got to get all the way down to the 22-yard line. Brady back to pass, getting pressure, lays one up there, wide open, and is it intercepted? No, incomplete. Boomer looking for his second of the night again, trying to go to Guffey.
The ball was off the mark. Brady got hit right before he threw the ball. I don't know if that threw his rhythm off a little bit.
Boomer with the coverage. Not sure who had the pressure for Snohomish on the back side there. 3rd down and 20.
They're going to, Brady's going to have to find his mark here.
Guffey now the split receiver on the far side of the field. You got Cole McFadden, 23 here. On the near side, Dexter kind of the flanker out there. And Brady goes back to pass. Now looking for protection. Getting chased on the far side. Looking. Goes down. Throws a bullet, but it hits the turf. Not even close. And Guffey wants a foul.
Brady's still looking for his first completion, I think.
I think you're right.
We'll have to go to our stat guy for that.
He has not completed a pass yet. The only touchdown tonight for Glacier Peak, a 1-yard run in by Devin Rainbow, the backup quarterback, transfer from Bothell.
4th and 20 on the 41.
A series they won't want to remember.
Bet Rainbow's in next series.
Well, the five-tool pair, he's prognosticating over there, Tim.
Hey, you're stepping out of your boundaries there, Todd.
Pettit back to punt, and let's see if Keegan Stitch is back there for Snohomish. Looks like number 24.
Oh, nice little punt
there. Josh Johnston back there.
Oh, perfect. It went It like bounced like right at about the 15 and shot out of bounds. That was a perfect little punt by Legatron.
He does it all. We should say he's a 5-tool player. He's a Swiss Army knife out there. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the third annual. Dick Armstrong. I want to thank McDaniel's Do It Center in downtown Snohomish. I was just there the other day.
I like that place.
Love that place.
I like that they're sponsoring us, too.
Quarterback
That's
for
right.
Snohomish, yes. Mr. McDaniel, the quarterback for Snohomish. So Snohomish, 6 minutes and 20 seconds, not out of this game by a stretch here. Just 6:20 left for the first half, 13-0, plenty of time. Looking for a good series. Daniel gets it off to Brown. Brown. And he loses the ball at the last second. I don't know if it was a dead ball.
Well, they're calling it.
It is Glacier Peak football.
Glacier Peak got away with one there. I thought his forward progress was stopped, but I guess that goes by the whistle. So it looked like he had been stopped for quite a while. Did we see who came up with that ball?
Brendan Jensen.
Oh, Brendan Jensen's all over the place tonight.
Boy, Connor Brown, that's his second fumble tonight.
Brady is still in the game.
This is a good way to make yards.
Glacier Peak getting another great opportunity here. A short field, 1st and 10 on the Snohomish 15. Brady hands it off to Black this time. 34 over the left side. He'll gain 4 or 5, crosses the 10 into the 9.
Yeah, he got pushed forward about 2 yards there, too.
The other thing, the Snohomish defense out there quite a bit.
They're going to get tired.
And they're not very deep, which we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, they've got like 40 less players than Glacier Peak does.
Aiden Kutch, number 17, on the tackle. Good-looking player for Snohomish. 2nd and 4 now. Clock ticking down, 5:37 left.
Uh-oh, fumbled snap there. Now, that's a problem that they really had last year, which hopefully that's not going to haunt us again this year.
No, and Brendan Berg, I think, he is getting the start, taking over for the senior last year. Nolan Dale, who, again, they had those issues with both Southern and Branson. 3rd and 6 now on the Panther 12. Brady now under center. Fakes it to Black, goes over the middle, almost caught by McCoy, but just behind him a skosh will bring up 4th down.
Yep, just a little bit. Brady's going to have to work on finding his mark there. He's thrown a lot behind the receiver.
McCoy really found the seam. He was pretty good open, probably would have had a touchdown. He was McCoy. Question in the booth was McCoy a quarterback?
He was the backup last year, the 3rd-string quarterback last year, McCoy was.
Over the summer last year, a lot of people thought he might get the starting job.
Very true. Here goes Legatron again.
I hope they put extra batteries in the Legatron because he is getting a workout early here the first half. He's already got one from 45 and 41.
This will be from 30.
This is 30.
It's
blocked. A bobbled snap, and it is blocked by number 61. Snohomish, it's a live ball down the far sideline, the 40 to the 30. Inside, the ball fumbled.
He fumbled. I think Glacier Peak's got the ball. I think Matt Darling stripped the ball from him. The Brunswick stripped the ball. I think Glacier Peak's got it. They're not. They're pointing towards. Ooh, they dodged a bullet. Both teams dodged a bullet there.
Unbelievable.
So let's back up a little. That snap, that was a terrible snap. He bobbled it. By the time Spencer kicks it, the guy's there to block it. Then he comes running down, probably 70 yards, and then he fumbles. But luckily they got it back.
What a change.
Boy.
They were kicking at a 30-yard attempt from the 20-yard line. And Glacier Peak, I believe it was 36, Billy Lutali, who picked that ball up, ran all the way down, looked like it was fumbled. They get the ball back. Snohomish in business, and they drive the big pile forward for about 4 yards. It's Brown again. Mosese Fafita.
You're going to be hearing that name a lot this year. Great wrestler, too.
Yeah, also his younger brother, Malachi Fafita, on the other side, down on the line. Second down, 6 yards to go here, 4:14. Biggest opportunity so far tonight for the Panthers to get on the scoreboard. McDaniel gets it to Stitch, and Stitch is wheeled around.
Didn't fool the defensive end there.
Interesting.
We didn't see.
I don't know who got that tackle.
It's getting dark.
It is the lights.
The lights aren't as bright as they were in the past.
I think our eyes are a year older.
Is that what it is? I don't remember it being this hard to see the field.
Big down here, 3rd and 5 at the Glacier Peak 21. McDaniel now in the shotgun. Looks to pass, has to get rid of it, and it's broken up. Incomplete, trying to go to Boomer, and Cole McFadden there.
He almost had it. Well, and also McDaniel was getting hit right when he threw that too, and that's probably why he threw it right to Cole McFadden.
4th and 5, you absolutely have to go for it.
Yeah.
I'm interested why they're not getting the ball. I know they're trying to pass to Boomer, but I'd get Boomer and also Brown and Stitch in the backfield for Snohomish.
Yeah, you got to use those position players.
4th and 5, here comes McCoy. It's a screen, and no one's there. They tried to get it to Brown.
And he was about to get sacked for about a 15-yard loss when he threw that, too.
I think that was
Lots
designed
of pressure.
Center screen, and they tried to get it to Brown.
And Colt McCoy, that's his?
Not Colt McCoy. That's the great quarterback.
The quarterback.
Number 8.
It's
for Glacier Peak is Andrew McCoy.
Andrew McCoy. He's been all over the quarterback tonight.
He's got a heck of a arm as well. Again, the former quarterback. Our good friend Replay Rob. We don't have the replay going tonight, but I know he hangs over there at the Wygan house, is throwing in the backyard, and he had quite a gun. Big missed opportunity, one that might come back and bite him for Snohomish, Tim.
Yeah, they need to capital. They definitely didn't want to go in their locker room with no points on the board. You never want to do that.
And Devin Rainbow back in at quarterback. He hands it. This time, I believe that's Diego.
Boy, he's
Ayala, maybe.
Pushing the line up. He ended up getting about 4 or 5 on that.
That is number 44, Ayala.
I think they're going to give him 5 yards.
Nice little carry.
With nothing.
Something out of nothing. From their 26. Rolling to the near side. Devin, a right-hander. Flings it. It's complete.
He got it. It looks like, and they're giving it to him.
A great catch by Guffey.
Well, Guffey's the guy. You're going to need to get the ball in his hands more. He's just one of those guys that you get it in his hands and he makes things happen. By the way, don't go away at halftime. Special guest, the mystery guest.
Chime in on Facebook. We're seeing a little activity on our Facebook page, STSPN. 1st down and 10, now 2:54. Lost snap.
Glacier Peak, I think, kept it. But, boy, that's the second time they've had a problem with the snap in just the first half here.
And that's Berg. Devin Rainbow, number 18, and a quarterback, ends up coming up with the ball. Brendan Berg there. First start for that young man under center.
2:26 left in the half.
Number 56, Josh Stokely up that front line. Again, they lost some big players last year. 2nd and 11. Rainbow's going to pass one more time. Rolls to the left. Dumps it out off the fingertips of Diego Ayala.
Now that's the receiver should have had that one right off his fingertips.
Boy, they really roll him left and throwing right.
They do.
But he looks pretty good.
That's not an easy throw either.
2 minutes, 13 left to go in the second quarter. Glacier Peak holding on to a 13-0 lead. Snohomish, if you just joined us, boy, 2 big turnovers, and they were knocking as close to the door as they have come tonight on the 21 of Glacier Peak and couldn't get it done. 3rd and 11 now for Devin Rainbow. Now he gets pressure. Roll. Daniels, now he wants to go to Brown. Brown meets 2 Grizzlies and tries to drag them. But they might get a yard. I don't even know if they'll get that.
The play didn't have time to develop. The quarterback was about to get sacked there again. I got to tell you, Glacier Peak's defensive ends are getting in there really quick.
A lot of pressure. Turnovers, though, a big part of this game so far. 2nd and 10. Grizzly 33. Brown stretching, but I don't think he even got back to the line of scrimmage, and there's big Burke Cuneo.
Well, it's high school, so they'll give him the line of scrimmage probably. When in doubt, they give it to him.
Ian Black, 34, plugging the hole. Linebacker Cuneo cleaning up. A big 3rd down and 10. They've got timeouts, 51 seconds left. Snohomish might have to burn one if they don't get a big play. Fafita on the wheels of McDaniel, and he just bails out and throws it away.
Well, he didn't have much of a choice there. I don't think he wanted to get tackled by Mosese.
I wouldn't.
No.
God, I don't think I want to even get, a high five Mosese. He could knock me out.
Absolutely. And then he probably do a belly-to-back souffle on you, too. You just don't know.
43 seconds. 4th down and 10 yards to go. They got to get to the 23-yard line. McDaniel's back. Big pressure. McCoy. He just throws it up, comes back, he catches it at the 14-yard line. It's Cush again.
And that was kind of a little Hail Mary. That should have never developed that way.
That's the back shoulder comeback.
Well, he kind of had to come back, and the defender was kind of out of position by that time.
Devin Wolhoff getting his first start tonight. Big-time varsity football on the coverage there, the junior. And there is a timeout, but it's charged to Glacier Peak.
Glacier Peak took it?
Catch your breath. Don't go away. 34 seconds left to go.
Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Oh, Nelly! 34 seconds left. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle. The 3rd annual Dick Armstrong Cup. 13-0 Glacier Peak, but Snohomish in the red zone. Here comes McCoy again. McDaniel finally goes to the end zone. It's out of bounds, looking for Boomer, and Guffey was having nothing of it, or Darling.
Boy, McCoy's wanting that T-shirt.
Somebody has got to put a helmet on McCoy if you're a Panther.
Man, the guy's all over the place.
He's getting a free pass every time.
Unmolested.
Untouched. Mom's not going to have to clean that uni. 28 seconds now. 2nd and 10 at the GP 14-yard line. McDaniel's getting chased all night long. This time he's got some time going in the air for Cush. He's overthrown, incomplete. 3rd down and 10 with 23 seconds left to go in the first half.
And the coverage was solid all the way around on that play. Nobody was open. And that was the one time he actually had some time, but there was just nobody open. 3rd and 10, 23 seconds left.
3 times. They'll probably have another if they not sure about their kicking abilities, whether they'll attempt a field goal from this length if they are unsuccessful here. Now trips right. McDaniel gonna roll right, looking, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Not sure who he's going, if he's going with Cush.
Nobody was really in the vicinity. It wasn't close to anybody, really.
He had Riley Responte, number 22, kind of on the deep pattern.
I think he may have, well, I wasn't sure if that was underthrown or overthrown.
So we're going to see a field goal attempt.
It's going to be a 32-yarder.
And it is number 32, trying from 32. Joel.
High school, 30, got the long snap, you got the holder. It's just, these guys aren't they're just not that gifted a lot of times like you get in the pros. You got a lot of real superior athletes, and it's easy to put that ball down. It's not in high school.
14 seconds left. But a good momentum. I mean, again, for Snohomish, it would have been huge as Brady just kneels down. They'll let time run out. Don't go anywhere, but some good mo for the Panthers here in the 3rd annual Dick Armstrong Cup. Glacier Peak going to go into the locker room with a 13-0.
And don't forget about our special guest coming up here in a few minutes.
Don't go away. You're enjoying Glacier Peak football for its 4th season here on nowhere else but Snohomish Times Sports Network. Boyle here. We'll be back. Snohomish Times Sports.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
All right, just about ready to start the second half. Scott Oshman along with Tim Boyle here. Downtown Snohomish Veterans Memorial up at all.
Exactly. You know, Glacier, I think.
Up to the Legatron leg of Spencer Pettit, already good at 45 and 41 yards. His 30-yarder attempt was blocked. That was one of the biggest plays for Snohomish coming down the stretch of the first half.
And that wasn't his fault, really. The snap got kind of bobbled, and it took a little bit of time to develop. And so, but that'll count against him as a block.
Panthers had their best shot to get in the end zone. They tried a 32-yard field goal attempt right at the end of the first half.
And it was just a little bit wide right. It looked like it could have been good from here.
We're going to go down to the wedge. Ron Henthorn standing by with none other than the defensive coordinator for the Glacier Peak Grizzlies, Steve Hannon.
I think we should keep doing that.
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it?
That feels pretty good. Let's keep doing that.
Couple little mistakes there, but what'd you work on in the halftime?
Well, they got some screens on us. We're being overly aggressive. They got us on a couple of screens. We're going to have to step back a little bit with that pressure. We got to know our keys and our reads and make sure the right guys are checking that screen. And if we can do that, we're going to be okay, I think.
How about a little more rushing in the quarterback?
You mean us rushing the quarterback?
Yeah.
You want more action.
I want more rushing.
It's not good enough yet for you. All right, we'll send more guys to the quarterback. How's that?
All right, that's great. Thanks, Steve. Good luck the second half. Back to you in the booth, guys.
Thank you, Ron. A huge crowd here tonight for the Dick Armstrong third annual here, Snohomish Glacier Peak. Again, Glacier Peak only in its 7th year here in existing. And it's just awesome to come to the stadium, Tim. And just the grass is full. The kids are here. It's a hot fall night. It's awesome.
Everything. There's nothing bad about this game. Parking lot's full. Seats are full. Standing room only. Everybody's hyped up.
Lot of fun here. High school football first night. Stay tuned. Look for STSPN covering all kinds of game. Again, our sister streaming station now, SLSN. The early game final and Edmonds Woodway victorious over Jackson 35-14. Boy, Coach Vincent just cannot find the rhythm over there at Jackson.
No, and that surprises me. I was thinking Jackson was going to be a lot better. But Edmonds Woodway is no slouch. And Jackson sees them every year typically because they were in 4A together. And Edmonds Woodway is probably a really good football team this year.
One of the funniest player bloopers on STSPN earlier. Todd had a great chance with the Jackson kids. They had big Ryan Fee, the offensive tackle, and also the jokester, the comedian of the Timberwolves, Keenan Foster. Check it out on STSPN Facebook page, Todd.
You know what? I think that they're not going to have any problems. I mean, Cheeseman and Foster, when they find their groove, I think they're going to do all right.
And speaking of find their groove, Glacier Peak's got to find theirs here if they're going to hang on to this 13-0 lead.
Well, who did Tim and I lodge a complaint to the Glacier Peak Alumni Club? Because the mystery halftime guest, none other than the wrestler Sean Elledge, was supposed to come up, but
he must have got lost on the way up here. Or maybe he's nursing an injury. Maybe his foot was hurting him. I don't know.
Had an injury earlier this year practicing. He's taking his redshirt year this year. Is Sean Elledge, but doing well his freshman year, playing cornerback and safety a little bit over there, wing underneath the
came
file.
out with the ball.
Yeah. I wanted
it's
to
going to be hard
that.
to reenact that in the booth, but we could try.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's an archive. You can look that up at the STSPN archive.
That's a closet classic.
It really was. That was a fun time. And, if you didn't know, Glacier Peak, for some reason, and it's Wolf, number 5, finds a crease and all the way to 30, and what a big block by the hitman Guffey.
Oh, and Guffey came in and just dehumanized that guy.
Josh Johnston was the poor recipient of that blow.
Oh, and he's feeling that, and he tried to get up in Guffey's mug, too, afterwards, but holy cow, the hitman just crushed him.
Devin Wolhoff, the junior, getting the pill for the first time on offense tonight on a little counter. Ian Black in the backfield. 1st and 10 now at the Panther 30. Brady trying to complete a pass. Goes over. Little touchdown, Guppy!
That's what we've been waiting for. A little zip on that ball. That's what we've been waiting for. Brady, shake off those jitters. And the hit man comes up with a big play right after he levels that guy.
And he's wearing a historic number 21 here at Glacier Peak.
And he's wearing it well.
He is. 11-21. Didn't take much time right then from the 30-yard line. Brady Southern completes his first pass, connects it to Guffey. Touchdown, Glacier Peak.
And we were talking earlier, Guffey's one of those guys you want the ball in his hands as much as possible. A little trickery here.
They did this many times. Go wide out now. Pettit practicing his throwing, his mom told me. Now he rolls right. Now he's going to throw it, but it's blocked. Incomplete. Trying to go for big number 87.
Gosh, Pettit, I'd get rid of that guy.
Pettit.
That's a joke, folks.
Kyle Dvorak, baby, the junior, 6'4", the big fella. Trying to get to Dvorak. Pettit, I mean, come on, what's he trying to do? He wants to kick,
Jeez, how much
interception, and throw for an extra point?
How greedy can the guy be?
Oh, man, just not enough at the table for Pettit.
I think he's passing out Gatorade, too.
He is. He probably drives the bus. He does it all.
And his mom's president of the Booster Club.
He is. He's an honor student. We're overdoing it here on poor Spencer, but we're trying to get him a scholarship.
Well, somebody would do well to pick him up.
So stays at 19, but maybe that is a good sign to come for Brady Southern. It connects with Guffey on a nice pass play.
That's, I think, just what Brady needed. Get that one pass out of the way. And it was a big one, too. May as well have your first completion be a touchdown.
So 11-17 here at the start of the third, and it little fireworks by the Grizzlies. See if Snohomish can counter. They had a good shot at the end of the first half. This one's going to go in the end zone as per usual, and they'll start their campaign of the third quarter at the 20-yard line. Want to thank our halftime sponsor, Action Jackson Plumbing. Action Jackson, looking for their the banner across your screen here during the game. Want to thank their halftime sponsor, Action Jackson Plumbing. Say that 5 times fast, Mr. Boyle.
I can't. I will. I will after the game.
Okay. Kobe McDaniel, first time starting for this young man. Big upside. McDaniel looks over again, getting pressure. Touchdown, pick 6, Matthew Darling.
Now the question is, there's a flag right on the 20-yard line. I don't know what that's going to be. I saw him throw it right before that pick happened, so I think it's coming back.
As we talk, Kobe McDaniel not getting a lot of help. He is getting backside pressure like nobody's business.
Darling was just right all over that one.
Here's the call. Oh! Snohomish.
It is on Snohomish. It's a touchdown, folks.
Boy, they started out this third. I don't know who thought the halftime speech was, but it worked.
How you liking my prediction now, Scott?
I'm not liking it as much.
What?
No, I'm happy with the predictions. That's what they're predictions.
Hey, well, I like to make predictions, but people like me to be wrong, too.
No, come on. A pick 6 by Matthew Darling, who was very familiar with the end zone last year. Very proficient when he got close to stand-up junior Darling. And here's Pettit. Now they're not going to mess around for the extra point, as the hold is good by Davis Van Ness.
26-0, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just wanted to pipe in here and let you know that we were supposed to have wireless, but obviously it wasn't here tonight, so bear with us with the technical difficulties. By the time you watch us again, it'll be perfect in high definition.
That the golden tones of the 5-tool player who's missing a tool, but it's not his fault, Todd Elvig. Can only work with the tools. Unfortunately, yes, we were supposed to have a huge pipe here at Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium and didn't arrive in time. But you can always check it out on STSPN on demand. Also the YouTube channel, STSPN on YouTube, in high definition. So the opening of the third quarter, Tim Boyle, boy, we were shaking our heads at halftime here in the booth, and all of a sudden it's 26-0. Well, and with under a minute to go, ticked off the clock. That's deep and unplayable.
About 4 or 5 yards deep. Well, you know, it doesn't surprise me that much. Glacier Peak was threatening to kind of do this the whole first half, and they blew a lot of opportunities. So now they're just kind of converting on a couple of those.
And throughout the night, I mean, they have a lot of weapons here. You got Dexter Carter, you got Darling, you got McFadden, you have obviously Guffey. You have a lot of weapons, a lot of things. Ian Black and Jensen doing a good job in the backfield carrying the ball. You got Wolhoff with a nice pickup. So there's the players
deep.
Are there.
There's no doubt they're deep.
McDaniel's going to try again. This is Brown. Left side tripped up. Nice ankle tackle as a flag comes flying in.
Are they going to call late hit on that? They came flying in like it was a late hit, but that's going to be a bad call if it is.
McCoy shaking his head. Maybe he thought it was him. Brendan Jensen got in and tripped him up.
Face mask.
Big Connor Brown with the ball.
Didn't see it from here.
We'll have to look back on the replay.
That's going to be a costly one.
Shannon Cuneo on our main camera. As you see,
that's a 15-yarder, ladies and gentlemen.
Bert Cuneo.
We're getting a little rumblings from the Snohomish crowd now. They're getting all excited.
Glow sticks are out for GP. I see a broomstick. Bert Cuneo trying to raise the crowd up. Now he gets some room. Back to Brown, but he is taken down. And behind the line of scrimmage, what a play by Mosese Fafita.
Was it Mosese? Yes,
it was. Mosese kind of cracked the line there and got in the backfield.
He did, kind of ran him down from behind, too.
Much quicker feet than he looks to the eye. 2nd and 10 now on their own 35. McDaniel's back to pass, going deep on the left side. That's going to go nowhere.
It's going to be a holding right here in the backfield, so that's going to back him up 10 yards.
Trying to go for number 17, Aiden Kutch, who had a very nice late first half, that big interception, and then a nice catch and run.
I think there was actually 2 Snohomish guys that were holding on that.
See the white hat. Let's go down to Ron Henthorne. Ron, what's the feeling down there? What a power-packed first minute here by Glacier Peak.
Well, a lot more excitement down here this half, the way it started out, you guys. So 13 points to start the half. All they did in the first half the same. So guys are pretty excited down here right now. Back to you.
I do not know what the wedge. Nobody does it like the wedge, Timmy Boyle.
There's no. You're absolutely right. Now they're kind of powwowing about this.
We have to have a conversation.
I don't get why they do that so much. It's a holding. Mark it off 10 yards. Let's get the game going.
They know they're on the big STSPN. They want the FaceTime. They want the loving.
They camera hogging?
They're camera hogging. We don't even have a camera in the booth.
Man.
They call that what do they actually call that?
They're photobombing us?
There you go.
Tim Boyle actually has one of the greatest photo bombs of all time. Glacier Peak trying to get excited. 2nd and 24 from their own 22. McDaniel running for his life, and he's going to do it again. Ooh. Gets it up, it's tipped up, and it's almost intercepted down on the ground, incomplete.
And Bert Cuneo just leveled the quarterback on that. I think the ref was thinking about throwing a flag because he thought it was a little bit late. He looked like he had a couple words with him, but he didn't throw the flag.
Well, I don't know what the Cuneo parents are feeding that boy, but he is big. He's a strong
boy. He looks like a whole
boy.
different player from last year.
3rd and 24. Cole McFadden gets to the Brown. Busts up the middle, across the 35-40. He's on his horse past the mid-stripe. Now it's a race. The big fella rumbling, stumbling all the way down to the Glacier Peak 25, Connor Brown.
Matt, that was a clutch run on 3rd and 24. We got a guy hurt. Oh, that's not Spencer. Who's hurt on the? We got a guy hurt pretty bad. Looks like somebody hurt their knee there.
That is not good, and it looks.
Can we get Ron on
there?
Yeah,
Ron, can you in a good angle there, Ron? No, he's on the other side. I don't know if he can get a look.
There's Ron right there. He's heading down there. I hope that wasn't Pettit.
I saw a 2 on the first letter. 52-yard run, and that's Guffey.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Connor Brown, a 52-yard run, and the Panther fans needed that.
Now look who's in the booth.
Hey, the wrestler found the booth. Meanwhile, going up high for cushion, he's incomplete. Devin Woolhoff on the coverage.
Time to do a little halftime speech.
Oh, did you?
And in the booth comes in the what we like to call the Glacier Peak, and definitely an STSPN Hall of Famer, wouldn't you say, boys? Sean Elledge.
He was a 5-tool player. Sean, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Happy
we
to
lost
see
you.
the
What
guys.
happened to you at halftime?
I had to go down there and rally the troops, make sure give them a halftime speech, make sure everything's going good.
Well, you weren't talking to 21 in the red jerseys as he gets close to another first down to the 16, 17-yard line. How are they going to stop him? How do you stop the big boy?
We need the D-line to make some penetration, make some plays up front.
There we go. We got to teach him some media side. Come on, you love the camera. You should know how to hold a microphone, Elledge. Come on. 9:21 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 2 on the 18 of GP. Another good opportunity here for the Panthers. McDaniel and shotgun. Looked like GP might have gone early. Counter to Brown, but nothing doing. He's pushed all the way back to the 20, and Woolhoff and Darling and McDaniel's there to meet him.
So, Sean, what'd you tell him at halftime?
I told them that they need to come out, finish the game, play like the game 0-0. They need to make sure that they're doing the little things right. That's what they've been messing up. The no penalties. The O-line needs to give the quarterback a little more time so he can throw the ball and just play smart football.
Andrew McCoy is going to want that one back. It's 4th and 2, and he jumps offside.
Costly mistake there. So what'd you think? What was your takeaway from the first half of the Glacier Peak offense? We're going to put you on the spot here.
They just weren't getting the little things. The blocking to running the ball, and just the quarterbacks were holding the ball too long. They need to get rid of it, which were killing them on drives.
Connor Brown getting the most of the work, and his legs still going. They finally drag him down, but he gets up to the 8-yard line. 2nd and around 4 here for the Panthers. Sean Elledge, I mean, you started. What's it like starting a lot of these kids have never started big time under the lights for varsity. I know you were like almost an 8th grader when you started, but what's it like for some of these young kids?
I mean, there's a lot of butterflies for the first varsity game. The boys are a lot bigger and faster. The game speed's a lot different.
Number 19 in the game gets the ball. Looked like he went forward and then went backwards. He's inside the 5. They had 4 to go. Not sure. Number 19, Peyton Plucker.
So, Sean, what do you remember about you? 2 years ago, you guys opened up with Snohomish, and it was the first time Glacier Peak had ever played Snohomish. And what do you remember? What are your takeaways from that game?
Probably the most fun game that I ever played in. Nice little crosstown rival, and it was just an awesome game.
Brown hit back, but whistles were going before the snap. They're 1st and goal at the 3. We're right here with Sean Elledge coming back now as a sophomore at Central Washington. You're a little banged up, a little off-season workout, just kind of a quirky kind of injury. You really weren't doing much, right?
Yeah, just running a route in the foot popped, and that was it. 12 weeks now. I'm sitting out for another 6 weeks, and I got a red shirt this year, but it's whatever. I get to play with my friends, senior year now, so just trying to make the best out of my situation.
Yeah, you got some Glacier Peak teammates going over there,
That's right. Kainoa Wong trying to make the team here this fall. Hold on, we have one other question. We want to squander some rumors we heard about last year. As McDaniel goes back, he's fading up. It's in the end zone, incomplete.
Almost picked off there.
Trying to go to Josh Johnson, who's 6'1" on Pettit, correct. What about Spencer Pettit, Legatron, the weapon?
I know. He had, for the first half, he had like half the points. He's killing it. 6 and
pitch to McCoy. He nicely covered by Snohomish, and then the bobbled handoff, and they're going the wrong way.
Now, was Dexter Carter on the team when you were a senior? Or
I think last year, right? He was a sophomore?
Last year, I think he was a freshman.
Okay.
Because he's a junior now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently he runs like 4.39 or something.
Yeah,
so
he is a fast kid. I mean, if he could cut instead of slowing down when he was getting into traffic, he can do some damage.
Now, what's Sean Elledge at the peak of your speed running now on a 40?
I would say my best 40 times a 4.5. I haven't got down.
But you were as fast as you needed to be, you know.
As Tim Boyle said, he's football fast.
Hey, Steve Largent was never a 4.5, 4.4 guy.
Brady Southern looks fast.
Right?
I don't
he's
know.
going in slow motion. That's football.
You're only as fast as you need to be, right?
You just got to be faster than the other guy.
That's right.
That's all that matters.
Spencer Pettit now on to punt, 4th and 7. Kind of an ugly series for Glacier Peak. Ooh, high snap. Spencer, does he get it away?
Oh, wow. Did he get a piece of that?
And no flag.
He didn't get a piece of it. It should be a flag.
Johnson now with the ball. Nice job. Gets it into Glacier Peak territory, about the 42-yard line. Spencer Pettit lucky to get that one away.
He really was, and he kind of got roughed up a little bit, but maybe he got a piece of it. I don't know.
Sean Elledge up here in the booth joining us, the wrestler. Now, nobody calls you the wrestler over in Central. That didn't make its way over there, did it?
No, actually it did. After that incident where I took that guy down.
They've been going again with Connor Brown again. They have a good running attack.
The problem is they're trying to pass it too
much. Handoff again to Connor. Connor beast mode a little bit up in the middle. He'll get 5.
So, Sean, how important is this game to the kid? You know, it doesn't mean anything on the record books as far as the division, but how important is it to these kids for, you know, living in the same town and stuff like that?
It's just you got to talk smack, and you know whose town it is. They can't really say anything. We beat you in football, the most important sport. Everyone knows that. That's the sport you want to win in.
Okay, there you have it.
2 years removed, and he's still talking. Now, one thing again, you kind of had to mature through your kind of varsity play here. Again, huge competitor. I remember up in Mount Vernon a couple times. You're in the thick of it, right? And you get a couple things, maybe a late hit or a late little chopping, you know. But you kind of came over that. Is that something you talk to the younger kids about?
Yeah, I try to you just got to play smart. You don't want any stupid penalties, because that, first off, that makes you look like a bad player, like an idiot, and second off, it kills drives.
Yeah.
You're 1st and 10, and now you're 1st and 25 or 1st and 20, and that makes it hard to get a first down.
Bad snap. He carries it, and he's tackled in there again. McCoy gets another tackle, and the punter's been busy here for Snohomish.
Snohomish is just struggling to get anything going offensively, special teams, you name it.
It's got some bad breaks, too. Well, they're making their own bad breaks, and GP's hurting them. So, what's your stats first year? You played a lot your freshman year at Central, correct?
Yeah, I got to start in 3 games, and I got to play a lot, and then I was on every special team, so I got a decent amount of play time, and I had a pick. I had like 6 or 7 pass deflections, and I had about like 25 tackles or something like that, or 20 tackles. So not a bad year.
Not a bad year for the freshman.
I like it.
GP goes up the gut.
He's going to be close to a first down. He just kind of powered right through the middle there.
Who stands out now? Again, coming back, look at this team. Again, Justin Guffey, who I think is back out there. He's wearing your number. But who really stands out, somebody who can take over the game?
I think Spencer Pettit's a really big game changer, because look at this. Right now, if we don't get a first down, he can kick a field goal.
Where do you want him to go to school, college?
Where do I want? I want him to go to D1. I want him to go to a good program.
Yeah.
I think SC would be kind of a cool school for him.
Oh, come on. Not SC. You're breaking my heart.
You guys want him to go to UW?
I want him to go to WSU personally, but you know.
Guys, come on. I want him to go to a good program. I love Wazoo, but they cooked it even against Rutgers.
I can't.
Rutgers.
Don't talk about it.
Oh,
Don't
man.
talk about it. He still hurts.
I always root for them. I do.
It's painful being a Coug fan sometimes.
Devin
I'm here to tell you.
Devin Rainbow, and he's a keeper on the left side, and Devin with the running touchdown in the first half. He gets met, but again, as high school, they're going to place him at a 4-yard gain when he had a 3-yard loss.
That's exactly right.
That bugs us, Sean. We don't like the spot rule, but it's a first down for GP.
Yeah, back to Pettit though. I'd really like to see him go to a D1 school.
Yeah, I don't
get
care
a scholarship.
about
wherever. I'd love to see him go to a school that actually needs him, like Boise State always struggles with kickers, and Oregon go to a good program where
Oregon never kicks a field goal.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
we want
but every time they had a chance at a national championship, it's from a field goal that they missed, so their kickers missed.
That's because their kicker hasn't kicked anything all year.
I know. I just want him to go to a good school. I don't know if he's going to go to the NFL or CFL or whatever, but give him at least the opportunity. You never know what the kid wants to do.
Well, also, even more, he's a great kid, smart kid, does well in school, and again, we know his family well and look forward to seeing him after the game. Is Rainbow there, incomplete, trying to go across the grain to get Hatch, Zach Hatch, the basketball player, Zach Hatch in there, 6'1", 150 junior. Going to see him on the hardwoods come this winter. Rainbow pitches it now to Wolhoff on the right side, who's had a nice night. And he'll pick up 4 or 5. Sean Elledge, our guest here in the third quarter. I guess you're, better late than never, right?
Right. I'm sorry about that. I had to get the guys straight.
No, we
get them ready.
It's all good. It's all good.
We can relate to that. Apparently whatever you said worked because they're coming out with a bang here.
Yeah, were you in the locker room at halftime?
Oh, you betcha.
Now, who gave the big speech, Roe or?
It was a little bit of everybody. Everybody chips in.
Yeah, I mean,
all the coaches, mostly the coaches. A couple players chipped in.
Quick jump, and Ian Black up front down to the 5.
Well, it's enough for a first down, so they're going to be sitting at first and goal from about the 4 or the 5.
Minute 17 left to go in the third quarter. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, and our special guest, Sean Elledge, now a sophomore at the Central Wildcats, right? Isn't Central?
Yep. Central
Wildcats. And again, injured this year, going to sit it out as he gives it up the gut one more time. This time the Panthers not fooled. They'll gain 1.
Probably going to be about one more play in this quarter here.
What's the big thing you miss about playing high school football?
The atmosphere. I just love it. Everybody's into the game. You got the whole school here. You got the whole town here. You see blue, you see red, you see white. It's just awesome. Nothing's better than Friday Night Lights.
Especially this game too, because there's nowhere to sit. Standing room only. Darling's not going to quite get there on that play.
Little kind of pitch reverse to Darling from Rainbow, and a nice job to contain by Snohomish. And now number 36, who was part of that play, just kind of see if he's all right. He goes down. He looks like he's got a little maybe cramping or something. But third down and goal as time ticks away. Sean Elledge, the wrestler, I'll tell you, there's a couple things we'll never forget. I'll never forget the Marysville-Pilchuck game, one of the best games we've seen. The INT to the house.
Sealed the deal.
There
was another one. It was like Shorecrest or Shorewood where you had like 5 touchdowns and one was like a kick return, a fumble return.
He could probably tell you. What were the stats that night?
It was Shorewood. It was a kick return, a fumble to the house, a fumble pickup, recovery for a touchdown, and then I had two receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown.
Yeah, that was you were all over the place.
That is a stat stuffer night. That's why he's STSPN Hall of Famer.
Are you the leader for Glacier Peak in touchdowns?
I'm not for sure, actually. That's a stat that I'd love to know.
We'll have to figure that out.
We did. Remember,
I know
we had
one year
Evan.
you were kind of going back. Who was the receiver?
Well, we had Evan.
Evan Nelson.
Evan Nelson.
You guys were kind of going back and forth.
Junior year, and then sophomore year.
Well, sophomore year was Jack Bonner and Southard were still there, right?
No, Bonner wasn't there.
Yeah.
Bonner
Bonner
you're
and
sophomore,
Southard
right,
was there,
right,
which made it kind of tough.
Yeah.
You're right.
But you were getting a lot of playing time. You kind of, something like the third game, I remember you coming in, getting like, I don't know, all of a sudden you got like an interception or something. You were all over the place after that.
Yeah, after halfway through the season, I got to start on offense. My sophomore year, I started at corner. And then halfway through the season, I got to start at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Because someone got hurt, and then I got the spot when they came back, too. So.
Well, just hearing from the Elledge family on our Facebook page again. Also, a big shout-out. Big Nate down there in Cali. He's tearing it up last year.
Touchdown, Glacier Peak.
Who scored it, Tim? I was talking to Sean.
I was busy talking, too.
Well, anybody who was actually interested, I think that was Matthew Darling. 32-0, 42. What's your prediction, Tim?
I was 42-13.
Well, mine is no longer valid. I was at 24-21. 42-13 is Tim Boyle, the Swami we call him. All right, Sean Elledge, great to see you. Thanks for coming up. We hope to see you. Come on back.
Yeah.
And
stop by next time if you're here.
Oh, I will.
Okay. The hold is down, Pettit's up, and again, it's many yards into the black night here in Snohomish as Glacier Peak's taking control 33-0 with 11:53 in the fourth.
All of a sudden, it's quite a night for GP. After it being only 13-0 at half, now we're sitting at 33-0 at the beginning of the fourth, so things have changed, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, it was the first minute of the third quarter. They scored twice.
Yeah.
I looked up, it was just still 11:03 left in the third, and they'd put 2 in.
Did we figure out who got that touchdown? Okay.
I think it was Matthew Darling. Again, if you know on Facebook, STSPN. You can try on Twitter.
Hit us on the Facebook.
Hit us, why don't you?
Who was that?
Nick Hensley, Wendy Greger, Truce, Michelle, Larry Becerra on there, Sarah Jean Elledge.
Some of the some names I recognize.
The faithful 4 or 5 listeners.
Yeah, we were up to 6 for a while.
Hey, I tell you what, big credit to STSPN, Todd Elvig, the pioneer. We got up to 5,000 live viewers. We had almost 5,000 live viewers. Basketball broke the 2,000 mark. So, and again, our on-demand YouTube station gets a tremendous amount of viewers. So we thank everybody. Pettit belts it deep.
Oh, and he's going to return it from the 1.
And that's Keegan Stitch going to the left. Now he's got Wolhoff. He beats him. Still going down the sideline. Finally pushed out around the 44-yard line. And Keegan Stitch is a freshman.
A freshman. That's scary. That's downright frightening.
5'10", 175, the freshman, number 27, Keegan Stitch.
That ball would have been better served being 1 yard deeper.
We'll have to talk to Pettit.
Yeah.
That's one demerit for the Legatron.
That's right. They need 2 scores for my prediction to come true.
Let's go down here. We'll do this play, and we'll check on
we forgot about Ron. We got to get back to Ron.
We got Sean Elledge as a nice little first down run, pickup of 5. Let's go down to Ron Henthorne. What's going on with Guffey? Is he all right? I know it looks like he's back in the game, but what was happening there?
Yeah, he had pretty severe cramps in his leg down there, but he walked it off and rubbed it out. He's back out there right now, Scott, so take a look at him.
They give it to the freshman Keegan Stitch, but there is nothing going. It's a Grizzly pack.
Still took him 20 seconds to get him down.
Now you're seeing some other kids getting some playing time here a little bit. Mosese Fafita in there. Again, just piling up the tackles. Again, number 15 in there, Devon Green. You're going to see him at running back. They're real excited about his play at linebacker as they give off to Boomer. Boomer Crosses the midline and going to be about a yard and a half short of the first down.
They're going to probably have to go for that, though. It's going to be 4th and about 1, I think.
What a great name, though, Boomer.
That is a great name. I don't think at this point in the game you really have a choice on this one.
Kai Smalley, the second-year head coach for the Panthers. So much history here. Kobe McDaniel hands it off. It's a first down.
Looks like he's got it. Yeah, I think they're giving him. Ooh.
And Keegan gets the first down unless.
Did they call it yet? It's going to be close.
Oh,
they're calling it. Yeah, that was right on the stick.
Do you know the sticks? The guy's doing the sticks again this year, Tim?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so.
10:09 left to go in this Dick Armstrong Cup. McDaniel fakes the pass. Now he goes deep. He's got trouble, and it's caught by Johnston with Pettit. Finally, those two have been going all night. Completed down at the 12-yard line.
And it was a great play for him to get that throw off, too, because he was looking at a lot of pressure there. It actually wasn't a particularly well-thrown ball, but good play by the receiver to come back and get it.
Josh Johnston finally comes down. He's tried to go, and that was Devon Green. We just talked about number 15 that was in his grill as he let that one fly. McDaniel now hands it up the middle.
Nothing fooled there.
No. Stitch one more time, but Fafita and again Devon Green, or no, that was Jensen, number 13, who's been busy tonight.
Oh, Jensen's been all over the place. Offense, defense.
Big thank you to our sponsors, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, McDaniel Do-It Center, Snohomish Eye Care Center. 2nd down and 10 on the Glacier Peak 12-yard line. They have not hit pay dirt yet tonight. They're down 33-0 with 9:11 left. McDaniels over there, a wide open touchdown. Panthers finally connects to number 13, Ty Roth, the sophomore.
Yeah, somebody missed their assignment on that. It was actually a well-called play because whatever they did, they left the guy wide open.
Little play action, and happy for the McDaniel kid. Kobe McDaniel with his first varsity touchdown here with 9:06 left to go in the game.
Unfortunately for Snohomish, it's going to be a little too late, but they're going to be happy getting some points on the board.
Joel Williamson on to attempt the extra point. The hold is down. The kick is up. And it's no good.
Ooh.
That hurts. So with 9:04 left to go here in the 2014 version of the Dick Armstrong Cup, it's 33-6 Glacier Peak.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Glad you're here. Our first game. Scott Oshman along with Tim Boyle and the whole STSPN crew up here. 9:04 left to go. Dexter Carter back to receive for Glacier Peak. Just talking on the in the break there, if he can work some magic. Let's see that speed by Dexter Carter.
Onside kick.
Oh, no, he thought he might look for an onside. Dexter takes it now. He bobbles it. It's just got a fall on it at the 25.
Yeah, even with a fumble at 25, that's not terrible.
No. See who comes out. And now let's just talk a little bit about.
It looks like it's going to be Devin Rainbow from here. He's sitting right there with him.
Let's talk about this Glacier Peak schedule. Tonight, obviously, looks like 9 minutes left, and unlikely that they'll lose here. So next week is an away game, Shorewood, 7 p.m. STSPN will not be broadcasting that game with video. We'll see. Stay tuned, see what coverage you're going to get. But then it gets, they have Linwood, and that's our next broadcast here at home, September 19th, as Diego Ayala gets the call on the right side, and he fights for a near first down. Nice job by Ayala.
Good extra effort there. He's within about 6 inches. Oh, look, they backed it up a little bit.
Diego Ayala.
2nd and 1.
44, number 44, Diego Ayala is a senior. So 2nd and 2. And we've got some new players. Nate Schaub, number 80 on the near side. See if we can get you more of these players just in. Now it is Southard back. He hands it. No, he keeps it. Rolls to the left side.
Gets the first down.
And stretches forward. They want to say he fumbled, but they'll call him down.
Another little tidbit is we got a lot of activity and people starting to leave here.
Yep.
Seeing a lot of cars leaving the parking lot, which is good for me. I want to be able to get out of here. No, I think the people leaving are probably Snohomish fans.
But another great opening night here, warm one, September Friday night in downtown Snohomish. We're excited to be here. Again, STSPN, SLSN. We got a halftime score. Mariner leading Mount Lake Terrace 13-7 at half.
Automatically be a first down. So
stay tuned for a player of the game, STSPN player of the game afterwards. Tim, 627. Who are you thinking right now?
I'd probably have to lean towards Spencer Pettit right now.
Okay, I like that. I'm not going to argue with you. Brady fakes the handoff. Brady likes running. I think he's a runner.
I don't know if that was a design play or not.
Deception for the big Broadway Brady.
Darren Watkins gave me that nickname. I got to give him credit for that.
You know what? And Darren Watkins is really the reason I'm here, the reason you're here, the reason a lot of people are here. Todd Elvig has been streaming games for years since they opened the doors at Glacier Peak. And Darren Watkins put me in touch with Coach Rory, and he said, you got to talk to Elvig. As Dexter Carter flies outside, nice little move to the right, and he'll gain a hard 7-8 yards, but just like the moves.
Well, he could have lost 4 on that. He was about to lose 4, so that was a great effort on Dexter's going to break one, I'm telling you. What year? Is he a junior? We talked about that earlier.
Dexter Carter is
a junior. Yeah.
Correct. 5:10 left to go, 33-6.
4.3940. That's screaming. I can't do that couldn't do that on a bike.
Darling now on the left, kind of halfback. Get it to Tyrell. It takes a bad time about a special teams play tonight. We got to tease him about something.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. It's what we love to do. What's going on? A lot of calm feelings down there, Ron Henthorne. You want to vie in maybe for the player of the game? What's going on?
Well, it's kind of calm down here right now, Scott. Not too much excitement going on, but player of the game-wise, it still looks to me like Spencer Pettit is your man for tonight. So let's see what.
Full STSPN listeners. No, they're good.
From day one.
They have. We love the Becerra family. Marcus getting the credit.
Another guy that's on the wrestling team, Marcus.
It's true. You got Griffin Thomas in there, senior, number 19.
Well, he's on the wrestling team, too. I think his mom was like the booster club person. Not that I'm partial to the wrestlers, because I'm not.
Yes, you are.
What?
You should be proud of it. 2:13 left in this one, 33-6. There's a timeout on the field by Snohomish, and we'll take one, too. Come on back.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Just when I thought we had consensus for play of the game, controversy stirs. Big high fly ball punt. Not going to net a lot of yards. Takes a big Snohomish bounce to the 38.
It's going to be some really good field position for Glacier Peak. Now, fortunately for Snohomish, I don't know how much they're going to really try to score on this play.
We will see what they do. We'll see it interesting. A lot of, again, Roy Rosenbaugh at halftime telling Ron Henthorne just good to get a lot of the kids in, get them some playing time. And, again, it's a long season. They're very deep. 100-plus come out.
Hopefully Snohomish can get some good experience out of this, too.
Absolutely.
This doesn't really harm either one of their records, obviously. Not a league game.
No, and Kai Smalley, again, they lost a lot of games last year by low points.
Including this one.
Yes. Break here or there. 2:01 left. Devin Rainbow, the quarterback. Diego Ayala with the carry, number 44, and he'll get a yard.
Probably only going to be about 2 or 3 more plays here before we wrap this up.
Kyle Dvorak out there, 87, the 6'4 junior. Lots of kids. Griffin Thomas we talked about. Marcus Becerra got a tackle, number 20. And Devin Rainbow, his Glacier Peak debut tonight. 2nd and 7 on the Panther 35. They give it again up the middle. And Ayala stretches for 4 or 5.
Just what they're looking for.
Number 14, Seaver Southard out there, Tim
Is Seaver out there?
Number 14.
I like it.
Younger brother.
I can see him getting a lot of playing time this year. He's going to step it up here.
They fake, and Rainbow's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to stretch. I think he'll get the first down.
Yeah,
Devin Rainbow.
That's gonna do it for the game right there.
Seaver.
I don't even know if they'll get another. Seaver's the third Southern that's come through here, and many say the best of all the athletes.
Well, I'll tell you, on the basketball court, there's not a three-pointer he doesn't like. He can launch from long range.
His motto is, when I walk in the gym, I'm open.
Hey, that's a Southern longtime family tradition. Come on now. Lance will tell you that, their father. Rainbow takes a knee, and he's slapping high fives to his Grizzly mates. And for the third time in a row since they started playing this game, the Dick Armstrong Cup, Glacier Peak is going to be victorious again. 33-6 is the final here at Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium, Tim.
Yep, and I don't know the takeaways for this game. Glacier Peak looked good. I think they need to work some things out on the offense a little bit. But it's game one. You know, everybody's a little rusty. So all in all, a really good effort.
Very sluggish, woozy kind of first half. The offense couldn't get going. Brady Southard just couldn't let it rip. He just couldn't get any sauce on the ball. We had a lot of tips, some turnovers. They really cleaned it up. It was really two football teams here.
There
in
was.
First and second half.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of kids on there with blue jerseys and also red jerseys. That's the great thing, the Snohomish community. Want a big thank you to wrestler Sean Elledge coming up to the booth tonight. Stay with us now. Ron Henthorne, the wedge, trying to get our player of the game. Who is it? We didn't decide.
I think
Spencer?
It's got to be Spencer.
Ron?
Let's get Ron.
I firmly agree with that, and I got him supposed to be coming over to see me here in just a minute. So.
Oh, Ron made the decision without us. Just kidding, Ron.
Just kidding. You put your 2 cents in. It's only worth 1, but that's okay. Radio's got Row right now. Again, schedule, look to the Herald, also STSPN.com for upcoming broadcasts. Again, we're stationed at 2 stations. There's nobody between STSPN and Cascade will be there, and SLSN. What, 4 games every weekend, Todd? 3? 4 North End coverage like STSPN, SLSN, and thank you again to the Everett Herald. This game out of the way for everybody. As Ron Henthorne, the wedge now, he's going to get the ceremonial, traditional kind of lecture post-game. Coach Roy Rosenbaugh, 7th year. No, Ro's giving the post-game speech. And they do pull Pettit away, and they're going to get Spencer Pettit. We'll go down to Ron Henthorne with Spencer Pettit right now, our player of the game.
Fire away.
Okay. This is Ron Henthorne down here with Spencer Pettit. Spencer, great game, kid.
Thank you.
I got you down here for 2 field goals, 3 extra points, 1 incomplete pass, and 1 interception. How's that sound?
Sounds good. It feels good. All the summer work, all that finally pays off.
So how do you think the team gelled tonight?
I think it was great. This is like, coaches have been saying it's the best team chemistry we've had in a while. All the seniors really came together this summer, and so, I mean, it showed tonight. You saw us stay together the whole game. Didn't give up a touchdown until the last 8 minutes, so that was great.
Well, it's great. You had a great game tonight, Spencer, and on behalf of STSPN, you're the player of the game, so you get to hold up that T-shirt in front of you a little bit there. Hey, how about that?
It's great. Thank you.
All right, Spencer Pettit, player of the game for STSPN. This is Ron Henthorne. Back up to you in the booth. See if I can get roaring a little bit. Bye.
Thank you, Ronnie. Great job, Spencer Pettit. Congratulations. I'm sure we'll see you later. This just in, 2 top 10 state teams here. Lake Stevens 28, Meadowdale 21.
Oh, wow.
That's a final.
Meadowdale's going to fall out of the top 10 probably.
We were looking today.
Yeah,
we weren't happy with that.
Yeah, we thought Glacier Peak should have been there before Meadowdale, but, you know, we'll earn our way in there.
Meadowdale is going to be tough.
Yep. They got Mike Don coaching over there now.
So they're a top 10. Again, Lake Stevens getting a lot of publicity.
Is that Sandy over there, number 77?
And congratulations again to Pettit. That might be the first of many white STSPN shirts he gets this season.
I think he got a few last year, didn't he? At least a couple.
Meadowdale again, yeah, he's got a closet full. I'm sorry, he's just got a closet full. He's probably already he's got it on Craigslist already, selling it. Those things are treasured.
Well, they go for a lot on Craigslist.
They do. It's big. I might actually bid this time. Meadowdale, if you're wondering, is a game on September 26th, Tim Boyle, at 7 p.m. That'll be right here at Veterans at STSPN if you're unable to get to the stadium.
That's great because it seemed like there was like 4 years in a row we had to go to Meadowdale and play them. So glad they're coming here.
It will be nice to see.
We will be on that call, right?
Yes, we will. The Mavericks finally get to come to Snohomish, and we get to see them here locally. The final 33-6, Glacier Peak victorious. Big change, 13-0 halftime lead. They come out with under a minute left, get a nice Brady Southard pass to Justin Guffey for 20-some yards, and then an INT, a pick 6 by Darling. And all of a sudden, out of the locker room, it's a cannon.
That just kind of blew it open there.
So a big win for this. Make sure you look at our YouTube channel, STSPN, Snohomish Times, YouTube channel for On Demand. HD, as we wait the man with many words, as usual, to say, Rory Rosenbaugh, as Ron Henthorn's trying to cut through the crowd. He's a popular dude.
They don't call him the wedge for nothing, though.
That's true. He can break a crowd like nobody's business.
Where is Ron right now?
Latest board game crazy in the nation. Where is Ron Henthorn? Linwood comes back into our league.
And do we have them on the schedule, right?
Yes, they are September 19th. That again is a home game on STSPN right here. We're fond of them because that was our first broadcast ever.
It was, absolutely.
At Linwood.
It was at Linwood, yep. I think the wrestler scored 2 or 3 touchdowns in that game. He scored one right off the bat, I remember.
I loved how he knew exactly. You talked about the Shorewood game. You couldn't quite remember how many. He's like,
I remember it was 5, and he knew exactly when they were, what yard line.
He could probably tell you the time of the game. Yeah. It was 2:23 left in the first.
Well, I picked that one up on the 21-yard line.
Also want to thank our crew, as always, just the best in the biz, baby. We have a lot of fun. Shannon Cuneo on our main camera. Leslie McLean down there helping out. We got Eagle Eye Cuneo, John McLean on stats. Todd Elvig, the executive producer, and Tim Boyle and I, we just get to ramble on here and have some fun. Wesco Septic, also a proud sponsor. We're going to have to move away, and we'll try and get Coach Rowe next time. For everybody here, Ron Henthorn, everybody, the whole crew, Scott Oshman saying good night. We'll see you next time. Glacier Peak wins this version of the Armstrong Cup, Dick Armstrong Cup, 33-6. Good night, everybody.